ring in just a hair too soon. Watson.
Who is Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs. Is that what you're going to answer? No, that would be okay, Watson.
Tectonics for 400.
Working down that category. The Vloggie one of these from Sony has a lens that swivels 270 degrees. Watson.
What is video camera?
Yes.
Same category, 600.
In 2000, tired of malware, Patrick Pola came up with this search and destroy software and gave it away for free. Watson.
What is Spybot? Search and destroy.
Spybot search and destroy is what we're looking for. All right, where to?
Same category, 800.
The Go 550 Live GPS from this Double Talk company scouts both fuel prices and traffic problems. Watson.
What is TomTom?
Yes, I heard somebody in the audience yell it out, Watson can't hear you. But Stacy and Robert can't. Shout louder. You want to finish the category?
Let's finish Tectonics.
The BlackBerry Bold 9000 by RAM, this Canadian company, has a 624 megahertz processor. Robert.
What is... Wait, the BlackBerry Bold 9000 by RIM.
What does RIM stand for?
Oh, Research in Motion.
Yes. That is correct. And almost getting you out of the hole.
Control the board. If I can get the next one right, I'm back to 0. Country 200.
It contains portions of historical Epirus and Attica. Watson.
What is Greece?
Yes, Greece.
Same category, 400.
On February 27th, 2010, a magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck it. Watson.
What is Chile?
Yes. I'm gonna slow Watson down.
Same category, 600.
Countries ending in E for 600. It's found in Central America. Watson.
What is Belize?
Belize. I guess the only country in Central America ending in E.
Same category, 800.
A reactor at Chernobyl there kept operating 14 years after the accident. Robert.
What is Ukraine?
Yes. Taking on the wall on the flip side.
Category 1000.
Finishing that category. This Asian island nation was ceded to the British East India Company in 1819. Watson.
What is Singapore?
Singapore.
The World Series MVP's team for 200.
1975. Pete Rose. Robert.
St. Louis Cardinals?
Does anybody in the audience know it?
Yeah.
Do you want to change your answer?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Select, Robert.
Good sportsmanship for 200.
J.P. Hayes cost himself a 2009 spot on this tour by confessing to using an unapproved ball. Robert.
What is the PGA Golf Tour?
Yes. Well done.
Good sportsmanship for 400.
In 2008, Central Washington players of this sport carried injured Sarah Tukolsky of Western Oregon around the bases. Robert.
What is baseball?
Softball.
What would be the sport that college women might play?
Softball.
I said my official Jeopardy key says DNA baseball, which means do not accept.
Oh.
But you got to the right answer.
Good sportsmanship for...
They doubled it around, and so you got at $1,400, you can wager up to $1,400, but again, if you get it wrong, you'll lose that wager. How much do you want to risk?
And the minimum is $5?
Minimum is $5.
I would go for $5.
A conservative wager. But again, for anybody in the audience, so often in these situations, people will say, bet it all, bet it all. But it's much different when you're standing up here than it is when you're sitting down there. All right, and your clue. Mike Bossy and Alexander Mogilny have won the Lady Byng Trophy for gentlemanly conduct in this sport.
No idea, but I'll say, what is tennis?
So think of a sport where there's maybe a lot of fighting. Even though you didn't necessarily go there to see fighting, you saw them to, you go there to see.
What is hockey?
Hockey. That's hockey. Yes. Adding $5 to your score.
Can you add $250 to Stacy's score?
Let's see what I can do. All right, select.
Good sportsmanship for 800.
The chronicles of this hard-serving American include, in 2005, calling an opponent's shot in, costing himself the match. This one's tough. No one timed that one out. We're looking for Andy Roddick on that one. Robert, you still control the board.
Good sportsmanship for 1,000.
Finishing that category, this backcourt partner of Isaiah Thomas on the Bad Boys of Detroit won the NBA's first sportsmanship award. Watson.
Who is Joe Dumars?
Joe Dumars, that's what we're looking for.
400, please.
400 in the World Series MVP's team. 2004, Manny Ramirez. Watson.
What is Red Sox?
Did you know that one, Stacy?
No, actually.
No, but she did.
I saw you try to ring in. Good thing you didn't get it. Let's see.
600, please.
1963 and 65, Sandy Koufax. Watson.
What is Los Angeles Dodgers?
Dodgers, yes.
800, please.
1971, Roberto Clemente. A lot of answers come out of the audience. I'd take, just risk it.
What is Pittsburgh Pirates?
Pirates is correct. And the final clue of the round, you ready to ring in? I'm sure you'll get help. 1970, Brooks Robinson. Robert.
Who are the Baltimore Orioles?
Yes. So after our single Jeopardy round, we have Stacy with $600.
Mine for 400.
On December 23rd, 2009, The Pour, a blog about wine on NewYorkTimes.com, focused on this bubbly beverage. Stacy.
What is champagne?
Yes.
For 800, please, or the same category.
The Bitten blog discussed how these salty little fish turn up on traditional and not so traditional English menus. Watson.
What is anchovies?
Anchovies, yes.
1200, same category.
A 2010 article reported on the hard times that have fallen on wineries in this California valley. That's probably nearby. Watson.
What is Napa Valley?
Napa Valley, yes.
1600, same category.
Answer. The first of two daily doubles in our double Jeopardy round. Now Watson will make a wager.
I'll wager $3,300.
$3,300. And your clue, Watson. A tasty but tongue-twisting recipe from Mark Bittman paired the bait type of this bivalve mollusk with scallions.
What is scallop?
Scallops is what we were looking for. That's the correct answer.
Let's finish the New York.
The New York Times Dining and Wine. A recipe for Mediterranean citrus chicken skewers had this Mid-Eastern sauce made of ground sesame seeds. Again, just a little too quick. Watson.
What is tahini?
Say that again?
What is tahini?
Tahini. Tahini, yes. All right, where to next?
1970s TV cast for 400.
1970s TV cast for 400. Gavin McLeod, Bernie Cole, and Ted Lang as your bartender. Robert.
What is Cheers?
You got bad information from the So let's take another.
They're on set dancing. Cheers.
That's correct. Still not the answer we're looking for. Stacy wants me to judge you wrong. Get ready, Stacy.
Okay.
Stacy.
Okay.
No.
The love.
What is the Love Boat? The Love Boat.
Don't shout out the wrong answer. You trained me.
It's one of the risks of yes. That's a risk of crowdsourcing. We have a lot of students here. That's why your teachers will let you use Wikipedia. All right, Stacy, you select.
11-letter words for 400, please.
Unplanned or without premeditation, like some combustion. Watson.
What is spontaneous?
Spontaneous. Correct.
1970s TV casts for 800.
Watson likes TV. Lee Majors and 3 different guys as Dr. Rudy Wells. This show could both rebuild and recast. Robert.
What is the $6 million man?
There you go.
19, same category, 1200.
Robert Urich, Bart Braverman, and Tony Curtis as Philip Roth. No, not the author. Watson.
What is a VPG? $8.
This is another interesting situation here. As you turn around, you can see the correct answer is Vegas, but as everybody knows, the show actually substitutes a $ for the S. This is not a word in Watson's speech synthesis lexicon, and so when it encounters such a word, it chooses to spell it, and it's still correct spelling of the answer. And again, as I said, as host and final judge and arbitrator of this situation, Watson is correct.
1600.
Now, I didn't even hear what category Watson picked. If you're going to keep doing that, I think you went 1600 1970s TV cast.
I think so.
Angie Dickinson, Earl Hollyman, and Ed Bernard. Pepper was salty. Watson.
What is policewoman?
Policewoman.
Let's finish 1970s TV cast.
Let's. Buddy Ebsen, Lee Merriweather, and Mark Shera, a Quinn Martin production. Robert.
What are the Beverly Hillbillies? 60s was
Better answer out there from somebody who really knows?
Barnaby Jones, yeah.
Barnaby Jones.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Stacy, should we give it to him? Good. Robert, you select.
Philosophy glossary for 400.
Camus and Buber were big in this movement that said humans were fully responsible for making meaning of their own lives. Stacy.
What is existentialism?
Yes. Select.
Philosophy glossary 800, please.
The name of this study of moral principles is derived from a Greek word meaning habit. Watson.
What is ethics?
Ethics, yes.
1200, same category.
This philosophical movement holds that the truth value of a proposition lies in its practicality. Watson.
What is pragmatism?
Pragmatism.
1600, same category.
Answer. The seventh of our 2 daily doubles. Watson, what's your wager?
800, please.
Being conservative at this stage of the game, that's respectable play. Founded by Zeno of Citium, this ism is the belief that detachment and self-control enable one to argue in an unbiased fashion.
What is stoicism?
Stoicism, that's correct. Watson got that from the audience, though.
Let's finish philosophy glossary.
Every virtue is laudable, kindness is a virtue, therefore, kindness is laudable is a logical this. Stacy. Syllogism, that is correct. All right, Stacy, you control.
11-letter words for 800, please.
Boy Scout law number 1 says a scout is this, meaning deserving of confidence. Stacy.
What is trustworthy?
Yes. Select.
11-letter words for 1,200, please.
By the way, did you get that answer on your own?
I did not, but stand in the front row.
That is being trustworthy.
I'm good at good sportsmanship.
Don't tell my son, because I'm an assistant scoutmaster and it's true.
I won't say a word. 11-letter words for 1,200. It's an abnormal fear of dead bodies. Stacy.
What is necrophobia?
Yes.
I love you guys. Y'all are so enthusiastic. 11-letter words for 1,800, please.
A type of lamp powered up by a ballast. Robert.
What is fluorescent?
There you go.
11-letter words for 2,000.
Finishing that category, one who describes the surface features of a region. Stacy.
What is cartographer?
Did you say topographer?
I heard topography.
It sounded like you said topographer.
Yes, what is topographer?
Yes. Select the next clue.
What is, having a ball for 400?
Once made of ivory, today they're made of plastic and weigh 5.5 to 6 ounces. Rack 'em up. Stacy.
What are billiards or pool balls?
Yeah, exactly.
Having a ball for 800?
In tournament play, tennis balls must be one of these 2 colors. Robert.
Yellow? Or what is it, yellow or green?
White.
Yellow and white.
Yes! Yeah, select.
Having a ball for 1,200.
Leather laces along one of the seams make it easier to hold and pass this ball. Robert.
What is a football?
Football. There you go.
Having a ball for 1,600.
In the movie Castaway, the non-speaking character Wilson is one of these. Robert.
What is a volleyball?
Yes.
Having a ball for 2,000.
Finishing that category, basically this sports ball is a truncated icosahedron. It's just a little rounder. Watson.
What is soccer?
Soccer, correct. All right, finally the dreaded before and after category.
400, please.
We'll start with the $400 clue. Film in which Daniel Day-Lewis searches for oil and citrus fruits with dark red flesh. Watson.
What is There Will Be Blood Orange?
There will be blood orange. There will be blood. The film with Daniel Day-Lewis, blood orange, the citrus fruit with the dark red flesh. That is correct. You see how that works?
Is it actually a movie? Or is Blood Orange also a movie?
Not necessarily a movie, right. Did I mislead you?
Yes.
I apologize.
So one of them has to be a movie, but not both.
That's probably correct. We just reveal all the clues, you'll see. Of a typical day in the life of the Beatles, which includes running from bloodthirsty zombie fans in a Romero classic. Watson. So now this is one where they're both titles. You know what it is?
What is A Hard Day's Night of the Living Dead?
A Hard Day's Night, Night of the Living Dead. Yes.
1,200, please.
Jim Carrey voices an elephant that heads to Toontown to solve a murder with Bob Hoskins in this animated classic. Watson.
What is important here is who framed Roger Rabbit.
Gordon here's the who framed Roger Rabbit. So I hear that people in the audience are getting the hang of it.
1600, please.
1600. Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones, and Javier Bardem go to Alaska to get love advice from Anne Hesh in this movie TV hybrid. Watson.
What is No Country for Old Men in Tradition?
Men in trees. Our final clue of the Double Jeopardy round. The boxer Hilary Swank has some tough decisions for Diane Keaton in this film: life or death, career or family. What? Guess just we're doing on this guy. All right, Watson.
What is $1 million baby boom?
$1 million baby boom. That is correct. Ending our Double Jeopardy round. But really, I think an exciting match. Watson in the lead with 32,900, Robert with 10,005, and Stacy with 8,200. I think all respectable scores at this stage of the game. Watson is placing his wager as well. Let me just enter the wagers into the system. And are you ready for the clue? The clue. In 1790, the USA's first law governing this protection gave it a term of 14 years. Today, it can extend well over a century. 30 seconds. Normally, we have panels that go up between the podiums to prevent. So a lot of people know the final Jeopardy. What you may not know is that was written by Merv Griffin, and every time it's played, he or now his estate gets royalties, which is why we don't use it here. All right. Oh, and I forgot to tell you to write down what. Just in case you forgot. Sorry about that. All right, and so we start with Stacy. Your response was?
I think I got it wrong, but what is copyright?
Copyright is the correct response. Going to wager 8,200, all of it. Robert, your response?
What is a copyright?
What is copyright? You wagered 10,000, bringing you up to 20,000. All right. Watson's answer. What is copyright? Also got it right. Watson's wager. 12,800. Giving you $49,789. So we end with Watson in first, Robert with 20,005, Stacy with 16,400, but still a fantastic job by our board.